from where we left yesterday. So this sutta, Murli, this is called as Girimananda Sutta. One line information on that is Girimananda is a monk or a bhikkhu who has attained till anagami level, but then he falls sick. So he is not able to get rid of his sickness. So then Ananda approaches Buddha asking him, is there anything we can do to help him to come out of his suffering? So then Buddha gives him 10 sanya, 10 perceptions, okay, which will relieve him, and he becomes an Arahat. At the end of it also becomes completely healthy. So this has been a steady material in Sri Lanka for Ayurveda. So a lot of doctors over there apply this method for curing people in Sri Lanka. This method is not used at all in India, even though Ayurveda is from India, but then Sri Lankans use it much better. Okay, so what they do is that there is Vata, Pitta, Kapha, that is in English, if I put it, it becomes something like Vata is the air, and Pitta is the bile, and Kapha is phlegm. So when there is a variation in the Vata, Pitta, Kapha, all diseases will start. If there is imbalance, the diseases will not be there. So what they do in Sri Lanka, especially in Anuradhapura and other places of Sri Lanka, apart from Colombo, is that they treat the person based upon his mental status. So first they treat his mental problem, and then automatically the physical problem gets resolved. Allopathic way of looking at it is that you first only give for body. So you leave the mind alone and you just keep on giving different drugs, and then it works. So this sutta especially talks about how you can relieve a person from, let's say he has high fever, or he has even like COVID as an example. With this 10 sanya, that person will get rid of COVID. Okay, and that looks very surprising. How can that happen? And that's what we are reading today. Okay, and that ends up with Anapanasati. So he starts with Anicca Sanya, Anatta Sanya, Asubha Sanya, Adinava Sanya, then Pahana Sanya, Viraga Sanya, Nirodha Sanya, and Sabba Loke Anabirata Sanya, Sabba Sankhareshu Anicca Sanya, Anapanasati. So these are the 10 Sanya or perceptions. So yesterday I was informing, we did till Adinava Sanya yesterday. So just a small refresher for you is that we have a fixed mindset, just like what we spoke about that Kalangud beach or Anjuna beach in the morning. So you have a fixed mindset. We all have a fixed mindset, like Nagpur exists, Bangalore exists, and that hospital where these two people are working, that exists. NMC where she is working, that exists. You are a document writer, and that exists. And I am a software engineer, and I was head of R&D for a ERP product company in the US. So that exists still. Okay, and then now I'm a consultant at ABB, that also exists. So that means today, if we were 5 of us, if we were to see, we have a very clear cut information that we are existing because all of these fixed things are existing. So your documentation is not going to go anywhere. You're a documentation writer. So the product exists. So you're writing the document for the product. And Preeti ji is a lab technician, so she is in pathology. So a lot of samples come, so she keeps on testing the sample and finding out what it is. And as far as Suyog goes, a lot of student comes, the same college or same institution. So he keeps on training those people. Every day they come and every day he teaches them. So it gives a very nice Nicca Sanya, that is a feeling that I am existing. So I am existing in the past, I am existing now, and I'm going to exist in the future. So it is what we have. But reality is anicca sanya. That is, it arises and passes away. So when we create a fixed mentality in the mind, nothing arises, nothing passes away, and hence it is stable. Whereas the reality is unstable, so it arises and passes away. So what we have done is that for instability, we have created jobs, we have created relationships, we have created everything in the world so that it makes us feel stable. So we call it as a stable job, stable family life, stable relationship, stable home, stable insurance, everything we have done. So just like I take one life insurance, okay, it gives me a stability, even though I know that life you cannot insure. 100% everybody knows life cannot be insured. But what do I say? I will buy one insurance cover for X amount of rupees so that my family will be happy, assuming that my family will not die. This is called foolishness, because now when I take my insurance cover, my wife and son will be happy after I go. So they get 1 crore or 1.5 crores or 2 crores or 10 crores or whatever it is, or 10 lakhs, 5 lakh, whatever I have taken. So then I feel that, okay, that will go to them. What happens if they both die before me? Now I have no idea what to do with that money. Okay, so this is what is anicca is all about. Then we have anatta. So the one extreme view is anicca, that is nicca. Another extreme view is atta, I am. So I will say I'm seeing, I'm hearing, I'm tasting, I'm touching, I'm smelling, I'm thinking. Again I'm seeing, I'm tasting, I'm touching, I'm smelling, I'm thinking, like that. Keeps on going automatically. Oh, what are you doing? I'm seeing. Whom are you seeing? I'm seeing Preeti. Whom are you seeing there? I'm seeing Kalpana. Whom are you seeing? Suyog. Okay, whom am I seeing? Murli. All the 4 names will never get expired. So there is no expiry date for names. Okay, but the body is expiring, but I don't agree with that. I will say that no, she exists. Preeti exists. No, tomorrow also we are going to have another session. Okay, so we make it not only nicca sanya, that is, we make it something very stable, but we also make it that I am doing it. So this is where the miccha ditti is, or that sakkaya ditti is, in terms of, oh, this is what I'm doing. So I'm seeing, I'm hearing, I'm tasting, I'm touching, I'm smelling. Again the same thing. So with 5 senses and thoughts, the 6th one, so we take I as myself. This I arises and passes away. So I am arising and I'm again passing away. Then ear is arising and passing away. Nose is arising and passing away, like that. So all thing arises and all thing passes away. But then I don't arise and pass away. That is what I want. So I keep on saying that I was seeing this, I was seeing that, I was hearing this, I was hearing that, like that. So this is atta. But reality is, it is anatta. So one is anicca, second one is anatta, and because I treat everything arising, non-arising, but it arises and passes away, it is dukkha. So it always gives an unsatisfactory feeling, and it's a painful thing, because again you have to recreate it. To get that experience, again I have to recreate it. Again dukkha, again I have to recreate, again dukkha, again I have to recreate. So this recreation is going to be there all the time. So this is what is what I can. So this is what I can say, that we have this view. So one is anicca, another one is anatta, in between is dukkha. So anicca sanya, anatta sanya, asubha sanya. So all the body parts are treated as myself, and hence it is asubha sanya. Then we have adinava sanya, which is the diseases which get associated with the body, irrespective of whatever that is, can be an animal body or a human body, doesn't matter, you will get diseases. And diseases come due to karma, and we would have done a lot of karma. So all of them will eventually have diseases. So this is what we have covered till yesterday. So now we will continue our journey further on to what else can be done. So let me open the Girimananda Sutta. Now we had started that. So we know that a lot of diseases are going to come. Now he says that what is the solution to this? Okay, now we have 4 things. That is Anicca, Dukkha, Anatta, Asubha. So we have spoken of all the 4. Now what is the solution? You can't just throw the person saying that this is the problem and you deal with it. Now he gives a solution. The first solution is Pahana Sanya. That is, you abandon it. Abandon what? What should I abandon? So he says that Kathamachananda Pahana Sanya Ida Ananda Bhikkhu Uppannam Kama Vitakkam Nadi Vaseti Pajahati Vinodeti Bhyanti Karoti Anabhavam Gameti Uppannam Vyapada Vitakkam Nadi Vaseti Pajahati Vinodeti Bhyanti Karoti Anabhavam Gameti Uppannam Vihimsa Vitakkam Nadi Vaseti Pajahati Vinodeti Bhyanti Karoti Anabhavam Gameti Uppanne Papake Akusale Dhamme Nadi Vaseti Pajahati Vinodeti Bhyanti Karoti Anabhavam Gameti Ayam Uchatananda Pahana Sanya. So this is in Pali. So let's understand what it really means. So this problem, the problem of self-view on one side, that is personality, fixed mindset or stable mindset of anicca has caused the dukkha, plus the asubha, that is not good, is treated as good, and because of that we are getting diseases. So if you really relax and see, it's because of enjoying on the senses. So one example I think I have covered, and again we can look at, is that I want to go to a beach. So I do all effort. Sankharas are done, that is Mano Sankhara, Vachi Sankhara and Kaya Sankhara. Let's see what happens when I want to go to a beach. Let's say I'm in Mumbai, and Swati is in Mumbai, so very nice. So let's say I want to go to Marine Drive. Okay, first of all, Marine Drive should get into consciousness, otherwise you can't go to Marine Drive. So there is something called as Marine Drive. Or let us say Juhu Beach. Okay, so I have to go to a place called as Juhu Beach. Now the question comes, where is Juhu Beach? Now we will say it is in Bombay. Very good. So from Nagpur I take a flight and I fly to Mumbai. When I land in Mumbai International Airport, come out of terminal, where is Mumbai? It is not there. So it says that you are at Sahar airport or some airport or Vile Parle or whatever it is called. So where is Mumbai? I'll say, oh, no, Vile Parle is part of Mumbai. Oh, okay. But where is Mumbai? If I go to VT station, is that Mumbai? No, VT station is part of Mumbai. Oh, very good. Then if I go to Dadar, that is Mumbai. No, Dadar is very far away. Mumbai is the actual Mumbai. If you ask Mumbai, people will say Nariman Point. Oh, is Nariman Point Mumbai? So what are we doing is, there is nothing called Mumbai actually. Okay, similarly, now when I go to Gorai Beach or Warsaw Beach or this Juhu Beach, the problem is the karma. So now I want that beach experience. So if I were to just concentrate on that and I take an auto rickshaw and get down at Juhu, he says, here is your Juhu Beach. Now I see the beach. This is Juhu Beach. Who is saying that? It's a play of consciousness. That's all. There's nothing like there is existed a Juhu Beach. Based upon what is heard, a sense is made by the consciousness through the mind saying that this is Juhu Beach. So now I go down and I see all these hawkers with bel puri and masal puri and this one, that one. Then I go down further and I sit on the beach, so-called beach. Where am I sitting? I'm sitting on the sand, not on the beach. Then I put my hand and leg in the water. What happens? It becomes wet. That's all it happens. Nothing else happens. I will not get juhu there. And neither I got a beach. So this is called as kama. What doesn't exist is treated as existing. Neither there was a Bombay, it came into existence. Then there was no beach, that beach came into existence. And then that Juhu was not there, that was a name given, so that came into existence. But if you really watch there, the waves are coming, water waves are coming, and it is going back. Again it is coming, it is going back. It is coming, going back. What am I seeing? Anicca. Arising, passing away. Arising, passing away. Where is Atta there? Meaning, where is Juhu? Not there. Then I say I am a Mumbaikar. You see the whole problem now. I will say I am a Maharashtrian. Oh, very good. When did you become a Maharashtrian? What do you mean? I am born in Maharashtra, so I am a Maharashtrian. I see. Because you speak Marathi, are you a Maharashtrian? Or because you were born in Maharashtra, are you a Maharashtrian? Now you just think about this. Are you a really Maharashtrian? Or do you think you are a Maharashtrian? Answer is, you think you are a Maharashtrian. And if you think you are a Maharashtrian, then you become Marathi Manus. If you are not, then you are not anything to do with Marathi at all. So this is the label. Now I get so much worked up, or I feel so bad that I am a Maharashtrian. These people, I don't know why they don't speak Marathi. I want all of them to speak Marathi. Why? Because I am Maharashtrian. But you are a human being. You are not a Maharashtrian. No. Who says? I am a Maharashtrian. Arey Baba, you are just a human being. No. I am Maharashtrian. What are you talking? How is that you are a Maharashtrian? Don't ask me such question. I am a Maharashtrian. If you talk like this, I will get angry. So, his first is kama. If kama is spoiled, meaning if the hearing, seeing, tasting, touching, smelling, thinking, something happens to that, you get angry. So, he says that he will not allow, you should not allow kama to take over. Okay. Uppannam kama vitakkam nadi vaseti. That is, he will not allow it to establish. Pajahati. He will remove it. He will take it out. Vinodeti. That is, he will not entertain. Bhyanti karoti. He will ensure that it doesn't arise again. Anabhavam gameti. That is, he will ensure, he or she will ensure that it never comes back again in 5 senses. Uppannam vyapada vitakkam. Same thing. So now I am a Maharashtrian. Since I am a Maharashtrian, I am not an Indian then. Now you see the fun. If I am a Maharashtrian, I am not an Indian. If I am an Indian, I am not a Maharashtrian. You can't be two things at the same time. You can't say I am a Marathi Manus, also I am an Indian. Not possible. If you take Indian, Maharashtrian goes away. If you take Maharashtrian, Indian goes away. And that will make you angry. So you will have Vyapada. So you should not entertain. So what is the thing here in Buddha Dhamma is, don't attach label. Remove the label, just like beach doesn't exist. Really. When you go to a so-called beach, you will only see sand and water. Nothing else. Whether you go sit here or sit anywhere, it is the same sand and water. That means wherever there is a sea, you are going to see these waves and sand. That's all we are going to see. nothing else is visible. The name makes it stable, but actually when you see, it is very unstable because tides can come, rain will come, then the beach is closed or whatever it is, or it is high tide, low tide, tsunami can come, so many things can happen. That is a reality. So there was never a Gorai or Warsaw or Juhu or whatever beach. Similarly, Kama Vitakka, if you remove, there is no personality at all. It's just 5 senses. You have 5 senses, I have 5 senses, Suyog has 5 senses. So there is nothing called Vilas. There is no Suyog. There is no Kalpana. There is no Preeti. And there is no Murli. It's such a nice thing now. Now on whom will you have Kama? Nobody. You can't have Kama. Kama is the lust. So now on what will you have lust? On eyes? Which eyes? Gone. Ear? Which ear? Gone. Taste? Which taste? There are 6 tastes. Which of them? Sweet, sour, salt, like that. Which taste? Gone. Touch? Hot and cold, rough and smooth. Which one? That is also gone. Smell? Which smell? That's all. Now there are no thoughts. If you observe in your mind right now, there are no thoughts. If you split it in that way. So, you will also not have Vyapada. So, for Anagami, you should have no Kama Vitakka and Vyapada. So, you have removed both of them. Then, the third one is that Vihimsa Vitakkam. Again, Himsa is done by 6 senses. I would like to take somebody, so I have to do some Himsa. Mischievous thing I have to do. So that becomes Himsa. So first I am creating Himsa on myself and I am doing a Himsa on others. So if I cut the 5 senses and sense object, then there is no Himsa. So I will not entertain any Himsa. And because these 3 things are gone, the Papa, 4th one, is also gone. That means sins are also gone totally. Now, I am having fever. Now, immediately the fever will go away. Because there is no fuel for fever to arise. This is Pahana Sanya. It might look very strange how fever or cold, let us say I have cold. Now if I contemplate on that, starting with Anicca Sanya, Anatta Sanya, Asubha Sanya, Adinava Sanya, Pahana Sanya. And I really contemplate on that. That cold blockage here, if I have some irritation in my throat, if there is phlegm associated in the lungs, will go away. Because the mind has got rid of this. So sin is not there. So you will not have any one of these operating. This Pahana Sanya. If this much has worked, let's say, then I am able to sit like this comfortably. If this much is done, that is 5th one is done, I am able to sit very comfortably. If I am able to sit comfortably, then I am getting into Viraga Sanya. Because now I have seen that I don't have any Raga. Raga is the lustful or a attachment. It's actually, how does Raga look and Dvesha look, I will tell you. It is yellowish in color, Raga. If you were to go deepest of meditation, you can see Raga. It will be like Pritiji, what you have on the wall, that yellow color. It will be exactly the same, Raga, and it sticks. It's a very sticky matter. So, just like I think you both would be knowing about, if you cut open your abdomen area, you will find fat, and fat color is yellow. So it is exactly the same. No difference. And we eat fat because we have greed, or we have that this raga. See, you just watch. Anybody wanting to eat, a lot of them will eventually eat fatty things. Let us say pizza, burger, and this and that, all of that, oily stuff, all that is related to fat. And once I eat fat, what happens is there is an accumulation in the abdomen area. And in that accumulation, if somebody were to take a incision and cut open, you'll see a yellow color, thick layer. And the raga also looks the same. When you are meditating, you'll find the whole body like an yellow color sheet. Exactly similar to what you have on that wall. And it sticks. Viraga is letting go of that, not sticking it. So you're not going to stick it. No more sticking. Just leave it. Then what happens? If you let go of that, the burden goes away. That is sight, eye and sight burden gone. Ear, sound burden is gone. Taste and tongue burden is gone. Smell, nose burden is gone. Body and touch burden is gone. When these five are gone, mind and Dhamma, which is nothing but thoughts, they are gone. So you feel, wow, what a light feeling. Because you are just consciousness. You have got nothing to do with any one of these. So it is not yours. Okay. Then you will sing this song. Which song? Etan santan, etan panitan, yadidam sabba sankhara samato, sabbupadi pati nisaggo, tanhakhayo, virago, nibbananti. There is no nirodho because there is another sanya on nirodha. Okay. So this is the sixth one. It's beautiful actually. Meaning you are able to see Rupa arising, going away. Vedana arising, going away. Sanya arising, going away. Sankara arising, going away. Vijnana arising, going away. What does this mean? 1 hour back, all your Rupa are gone. You had gone to work, 3 of you. Those Rupa are gone. You cannot get it back, no matter what you do. Vedana, the feeling is gone. The perception what you had, oh, this is the college and this is the student and this is what I am going to do and all of that, that is gone. The testing what you were doing about, since you are in pathology and you have those slides, and if you were to wanting to check on the RBC and the WBC and this and that, you are not doing that now. It's gone. And you cannot go back. You cannot go back 1 hour before, 2 hours before, 5 hours before, 10 hours before, yesterday, day before yesterday. Nothing you can do. So Rupa, Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, Vijnana, all are gone. And that is what is going all the time. So Buddha says, you watch what is happening. If you say past, what is there in the past? 5 aggregates. If you say present, what is there? Only 5 aggregates. What do you think about the future? It's only 5 aggregate. Now why are you doing upadana? Meaning why are you holding on to it? It is me who is experiencing it. No. Where is that me now? It's gone. From where will you bring it? It is not there. And hence it is viraga. There is no raga. And if there is no raga, then it is nirodha, because it doesn't arise again. You are not sticking any longer. You are not taking your hand and sticking and saying, this is mine, this is mine. No, sorry, this is not yours. It is gone. No. Arey Baba, you are not able to understand. When I was in Bombay, when you were in Bombay, others were not in Bombay, no. So, or when I was in Nagpur, see, let us say 5 years ago, I had come to Nagpur. I had not met any one of you in Nagpur. So how does it matter to you whether I came to Nagpur or doesn't come to Nagpur? This is called as attachment. Like if some years back, I used to go frequently to America. So whenever somebody comes from America, I have something to talk, and then they say that, oh, I came from New York. Oh, okay, New York. I was also there in New York. When? 10 years ago. Then he says, Vilas, when you were there in New York, now New York has changed. I see. What all has changed? Now he'll show me some photographs. See, this was there. This is not there anymore. Or this has changed. So, oh, they have done all of that. It's raga. It's nothing else than raga. So if I were to give it up, it's just a label. New York is a label. There's no New York there. When I stand in front of New York or whatever Statue of Liberty, I'm standing in front of a statue which is made out of 4 elements. Where is Statue of Liberty? Something has been told that it is Statue of Liberty. That's all. And I'm saying that, Statue of Liberty. So I'll stand and take one picture and one selfie, and I will post it on Facebook and every given thing. But that there is nothing there. So that is Nirodha. So we get one side Viraga, another side Nirodha. When we get into Nirodha Sanya, no world is created. Because you require the 5 senses and the sense objects to create the sense door experience. Then the story comes. Nagpur story is going to come if I have all of the five senses and I can create a story. Preeti ji, when I was in Nagpur, on that day this happened. Oh, that day that happened, and it is supposed to have happened this way. That day it was raining. That day I was staying in so and so hotel. That story you don't require actually. What will you do with my story? Nothing. So we're wasting time with that story. So then what he says is Katamachananda Sabbaloke Anabirata Sanya Ida Ananda Bhikkhu Ye Loke Upadana Chetaso Aditthana Avinavesha Anushaya Te Pajahanto Viharati Anupadayanto Ayam Uchatananda Sabbaloke Anabirata Sanya. That means a person at this level, whereas achieved Pahana Sanya, Viraga Sanya, Nirodha Sanya, if he just sits and reflects, what will he see? There is no attachment. There is nothing to cling on to. So he says here, Eloke Upadana Chetaso Aditthana Abhinavesha Anushaya. That is, Abhinavesha means, Vesha is a garb like this. I have put one dress. I have put a dress of Vilas. So there is an attachment to Vilas. I as consciousness, not knowing that I am consciousness, has worn one dress called as Vilas. Now you see, Vilas is normally a Maharashtrian name. Okay. And you will ask me, Vilas, I think it should be Maharashtrian. I don't know why my parents have named me a really Marathi name. I don't know. Now if you ask me, are you a Maharashtrian? I have no answer. If you ask me, I'm not a Maharashtrian, so I don't have any answer. Because at my home, I speak Kannada. But my relations, they speak Marathi. So if you ask me, are you Maharashtrian? I can't say yes. Neither I can say no. Now the world has to be created. Now if the world has to be created, what I should say? I'm also a Maharashtrian. Then immediately what happens? Language changes. So you three of you will start speaking to me in Marathi. Okay, I know Marathi little bit to speak because I started my job in Mumbai, and since all my relation, that is the relation who are in Pune and Nasik and Mumbai and all that, they speak only Marathi, they don't speak Kannada. So we speak Hindi because I don't know Marathi and they don't know Kannada, so we have to speak only in Hindi. Okay, so now the problem comes is that I can understand complete Marathi, no problem, but I cannot speak. So what would happen now? I'm creating a world of what? I can speak, I cannot speak Marathi, but I can understand Marathi. That's my world. Your world is, you can speak in Marathi, you can also write in Marathi, you can also understand Marathi. All the three. So written is also there, hearing is also there, talking is also there. All the three. So you can understand Marathi. So that is the world. Now, is it a good world or a bad world? You just think. It's just a sound which is coming. There is no Marathi, there is no Kannada, there is no Tamil, there is no Malayalam, there is nothing like that. It's just a sound. And the sound is treated as something great. So the world is created. Whereas, if a person is already in Nirodha and Viraga, or Viraga and Nirodha, no world is created. So he has gone out of that world. So his loka, anabhirata, meaning does not exist. So he doesn't have any possession. So in that etan santan etan panitan, if you see etan santan etan panitan, yadidam sabba sankhara samato sabbupati pati nissaggo. Now this person is in pati nissaggo. That means there is no possession, there is no thing called as mind at all. And hence, he doesn't create the world. And that is Sabbaloke Anabhirata Sanya. The last one, which is very nice one, is this Sabba Sankhareshu Anicca Sanya. Let me put on the light. So, in Sabba Sankhareshu Anicca Sanya, he uses three words. Attiyati, Harayati, Jiguchyati. Do you know what's the meaning? By any chance, have you heard about it? Nobody has heard. Kalpana ji, I think, have you heard this? Attiyati, Harayati, Jiguchyati. No. Okay, very good. If you have not heard, it's a most interesting thing. If you read the English one, it is totally spoiled. So what it says, horrified, humiliated and disgusted with all fabrications. That is the English word. It is not true. That is not at all the actual meaning of it. So let's take Attiyati. Atti is bone. A dog takes a bone in its mouth. It keeps on biting it. After some time, what happens is, because of that pressure of biting consistently and licking and biting that bone, the blood from its gums starts to slowly enter into the bone. And it starts eating its own blood, thinking that there is something in that bone. That is called as Attiyati. All the job we are doing, that is from the birth till today, is like Attiyati. You see, SSC 10th standard is most important, is what everybody says. After 10th standard, what is the importance of that certificate? And you will not even know where you have kept it, except for applying for passport and showing your age thing. There is no importance of that SSC marks card. Okay, no problem. But the effort from first standard to 10th standard, the effort the person has put, nobody cares. The number of books he has written, the effort he took in writing his homework, classwork, this work, that work, all that work. After the exam, you pack everything, Raddi wala will come, he will take it and go. Finished. That person's effort is gone. And that person himself will take it. Because I have got my 10th standard certificate. And everybody says, very good, very good. So how much percentage you got? 99. Wow, very good. You will get good college. You get college. That is 11th standard. Do you care about 10th standard? No. People are interested in HSC. That is 12th standard. Okay. No. 12th standard is very important. You see, it's the most important thing in life. I see. Okay. You should study well. Why? Because that will take you to engineering or medical or something. If you don't do it, you will not get it. See, competition is so much. You should show that person studies and studies and studies and studies. And he takes his HSC or 12th standard exam. He gets 97%. Again, one rank or something like that. And the people, wow, very good, very good. Then he gets into professional college. Engineering or medicine. So let Suyog did his MBBS, so he would have struggled and struggled and struggled for MBBS. Are you interested in knowing your 12th standard certificate? Do you remember the effort you have taken?
Yeah, I remember the efforts, but
does anybody care? Does anybody care about your 12th standard? Okay. If you get married, Suyog, you can only show to your daughter or son that, look, this is what I have done. Other than that, there is absolutely no use. And that child will say, Dad, it is your problem, not my problem. You put so much of effort, it's your problem. What I can do about it? I will do what I want to do. Then you will say, no, my dear daughter or son, listen. 12th standard is such an important thing in your life. Yes, Dad, but whatever I can do is what I can do. Just like your father said 12th is more important and you did it. And after that, your father also doesn't care now what you did or 12th. And you got your MBBS. Okay, first year. Do you care about your first year? No. Do you care about second year? No. Do you care about the third year? No. Do you care about the fourth year? No. Do you care about your internship? No. All that what you want is, will I get a job or not? Then what happened to the 4 years of MBBS? No use. And then somebody said to you, look, my dear friend, only doing MBBS is not going to help you. You should be an MD. So you struggled and struggled and struggled and struggled, and then you did your MD. Now you are working in a college as professor or lecturer. Are you happy? This is called attiyati, biting the bone. And bleeding is bleeding and bleeding and bleeding and bleeding. And then they will say, look, my dear friend, you should get married. That's the best thing that can happen in your life. Okay? Why? Because you cannot die alone. You require another person to die. Right? So you require Baju Ali along with you, because she has to take care of you. You have to take care of her. And then they will convince you. You see, staying alone is not a good thing. Who will take care of you after we are gone? That is, parents will say to you, who will take care of you after you are gone? And we don't want our son to suffer. Now you are already in a marriageable age. So why don't you get married? You think, it makes sense. Getting married is the right thing. Now the whole life actually has been spent on marriage. From your first standard till now, what you did is to get married. Okay, after marriage, will you stay happy? No, it is dependent on your wife. If she is happy, you are happy. If she is not happy, you cannot be happy. But in case you are happy, she is not happy, she will run away to her homes, to her parents. Because then something wrong. When she is not happy, you are happy. What kind of husband are you? So when she is not happy, you should also feel that you are not happy. Okay. Now the other part of life, that is, if you have survived till 33, 34 now, till death, whenever, 80th year, let's say, the next 50 years is a torture, because now you should listen to your wife, she should listen to you, you both should listen to the children. Okay, and they start with LKG, from kindergarten. Okay, and you're exactly going to do the same thing as your parents did. No change. You're going to sit with them, write the homework, tell them, boss, this is not the way to do it. Please write homework properly. Look, that madam is not happy with you. Why don't you write? I'll give you some 2 shots so that you can write properly. I'll give you some gift to do whatever it is. They have to write their homework, project work. Same thing. What you did, you did same thing. So this is called as Attiyati. Clear? Now comes to Harayati. Is even more worse than Attiyati. Harayati means take a cow. One cow. It has 4 or 5 tits. Okay, where you can squeeze and get milk. Assuming you are that person, and people are milking you, that is called as Harayati. You just see, isn't the society milking you? You have put yourself, look, I am an eligible bachelor, somebody will milk you. Okay, if you say that I am a doctor, people will milk you. Or you are supposed to get milk, whichever way you want to put it. Then if you say I am a 10th standard pass, nobody will milk you because you have nothing to get milked. Okay, so let's say I am a 10th standard pass. Will anybody give me a job? No, because they don't get anything to milk you. So what are we trying to do? From our birth till today, we are thinking of getting milked. So we go to job, they milk, and they give you some rokda, le lo bhai, take it, this is your salary, and you say, wow, at last my salary has come at the end of the month. You spend it, eat some bhel puri, masal puri, this puri, that puri, some road stall, or go to hotel, take some movie or entertainment. Okay, come back home, again get milked. That's all is called as Harayati. Jigucchati. Jigu is urine. Feces. Uchi is urine. All that you have done in your life is only these 2. Go to toilet, go to urination. Go to toilet, go to urination. That is all what it is. So, Sabba Sankhara Anicca Sanya. In these 3, that is Attiyati, Harayati, Jigucchati. Attiyati is that dog with the bone, which is what we have done, SSLC to whatever today. Harayati is, I am ready, sir, please milk me, give me some job, please. See how much I am ready to do. No, this work is very, very difficult. No, sir, don't worry, sir. I have the courage, I have the confidence, I have the willpower to do any kind of work. Please give me work. That is called as Harayati. So the cow is standing and the cow is praying, please milk me. What bad thing we have in our mind, you see. Okay. And that's what we're exactly doing. We go and ask the job, saying that please. Why? Because initially the parent said, we will feed you. Afterwards, you have to feed yourself. Correct? Now, how will you feed yourself? So, what they teach us is that you have to be saleable. You should have a selling potential. Right? So, what is selling potential? You should know how to speak English, let us say, how to behave, how to have that confidence when you go for a job, how confidence you should have. And there are courses for that. That is, for milking yourself, there are courses. How to milk myself? Oh, come, I will teach you, sir. You give me some money, I will teach you. So this is what Attiyati Harayati Jiguchyati is. So when we really see this, you get disgusted, and that is the meaning is what they have put is correct in English. You get disgusted with the world because what you thought world is going to do, you are now seeing it, and the world only knows to milk you, nothing else. If you can't be milked, you are thrown away. And you see, competition is there. What does competition do? It will cut you off. From first standard, or from not even first standard, from kindergarten, there is competition. Till when? Till you die. It becomes photograph, you are in competition only. Yeah, I need to compete. And we say competitive exams. Wow, it's even more better. Why? Because you have to kill yourself, right? So you have to have a competition. And if you are performing, no problem. If you are non-performer, you will be compared. So comparison is the poison. So you keep on drinking the poison. So somebody will compare. Just like in the morning, Murli was asking me, he was talking about sati, mindfulness. Everybody talks about mindfulness, but you are not talking about mindfulness. What should I answer? Because there is comparison. I should answer. There's nothing like I can't say, no, I'm not going to answer to your question. I have to answer. So this competition and comparison are two problems which will create instability in your mind. So you are running behind for that. So the third C is there. So one is competition. Second one is comparison. Third one is compulsion. Compulsively to do something. And that is sankhara. So what we are doing is, when you are not supposed to do sankhara, we keep on doing sankharas. And that is the reason we have rebirth. Simple. Had we not created sankhara, we wouldn't have been here. Because we have created sankharas, we are here. And that is the reason he says, Sabba sankhara samato, Sabbupadi pati nissaggo, Tanhakhayo, Virago, Nirodho, Nibbana. If you remove sankhara, that's the reason that Goenka, when he completes that 1 hour meditation, you will have that anicca vata sankhara, uppada vayadhammino, upajjitva nirajjanti, te san upasamo sukho. Meaning, when you remove the sankharas, which are arising and passing away, don't take it seriously at all. Because it is attiyati, harayati, jiguchyati. Just leave it. You are settled. That's it. That is called Nibbana. Not that you should not work. Go and work. Now you don't have any sankhara. You don't have mano sankhara, which is chitta sankhara, that is sanya and vedana, or vedana and sanya. Then you don't have vachi sankhara, which is vitakka vichara. Then kaya sankhara, which is asapassa. What happens is, when I am doing something, my breath changes. When I become normal, breath becomes normal. Then something else comes, again breath will change. Again I become normal, breath is normal. Again something comes, again my breath is changed. So let's say I hear somebody is dead, my breath will change. I hear somebody got a job, again my breath will change. If I hear that I myself got a job, again the breath will change. Again I hear that I got 1 million US dollars as lottery, my breath will change because there is anxiety. So I need it immediately. So my breath will change. So it is arrived in the Chitta Sankara, Sanya and Vedana, then created an image in the Vitakka Vichara, and then it created a bodily impression in the breath. Suyog has left. I think he has to come back. Let's wait for another minute. So this is how we create Sankhara and we struggle out of Sankhara. These are the 9 Sanyas. That is, 4 of them if we understood. 5th one is Pahana. 6th one is Viraga. 7th one is the Nirodha. 8th one is Sabba Sankhareshu Anabhirata Sanya. 9th one is Sabba Loke Anabhirata Sanya and Sabba Sankhareshu Anicca Sanya. Now we will come to Anapana Sati. So this is what I wanted to teach you, how to do Anapana Sati. And Girimananda Sutta is the best sutta for doing Anapana Sati. It goes in 16 steps. Let me message Suyog what happened. So what you have to do in Anapanasati, let me first explain to you. There are 2 ways of doing it. One way of doing it is just like you have light in your room and the light is coming on all the objects. It is not worried over any object saying that what is this object. Correct. It is not saying that, light is not saying that is wardrobe, this is Preeti, or this is Kalpana. She has worn a white dress, she has worn a colored dress, she should be looking like this or she should be looking like that, and this is the bed sheet, this is the bed, this is the cot, this is the what I can say, the sofa or chair or a table or whatever it is. Light is not worried about any item being there. If you can make yourself like that light, observing everything. Yeah, welcome back. So, I was just repeating, I will again tell you what we were talking about, is that you have to, for doing this Satipatthana or including this Anapana Sati, there are 2 ways of doing it. The first way of doing it is just like a light which is there in the room, and the light is not bothered about what is there in the room. It is not bothered about the wardrobe or the clothes or you sitting there or the dress what you are wearing or whatever it, table, chair, you are sitting on the floor or you are sitting on a cot or whatever. It is not bothered. If you can, you as consciousness, that light, make the mind not get associated with anything at all, just like that light. That is called as awareness. Got the point? And that awareness in English is also called as mindfulness. These are the 2 words what they use, but the exact thing is remembrance. You remember to just watch like an observer, and everything is happening in front of you. This is one way of doing it. Okay. Second way, I am not able to do it. I am not getting it at all. Second way, think that there is somebody watching you. all the time. Let's say I'm watching you. Okay, that creates an observer effect. That is, somebody is observing. And you have to see that, you have to feel that he is observing all the time. When you are walking, when you are talking, when you are listening, when you are saying, when you are bathing, when you are wearing your dress, when you are doing everything, that is watching. Just like a webcam. Okay, if you do like that, try it out. If you do like that, you get that Ajanta Bahida effect. Okay, Ajanta means inside, Bahida means outside. So you get an outside experience and an inside experience. What happens is your heart starts to expand. You'll feel so light in your heart. In the center of the heart, you'll feel a very nice feeling. And after that, the effect is that when you walk, you'll see all the objects falling back. So when you go in the car, you'll see very nice effect that everything is falling away. When you watch something, you see everything falling away. It's fading away. So you're seeing arising and passing, arising and passing. And you're able to see it. You're able to see it as though it's just moving. Another example is the water is flowing and you're sitting and watching the water flow. That is the effect what you get. So the two approaches. One approach is that just like that light which is falling everywhere, you are that light. You have got nothing to do with this body or this one or anything. You are just watching. This is one effect. Second effect is you have to make yourself being watched by somebody. Okay, these are the only two ways through which you will develop the awareness. There's no other way. This is the practice you need to do. One, like a light, you are watching. You as a light, you are watching. What is there in the room, you are not bothered. It is not yours. It is just there. Two, no, that is not possible. It's very hard for me. The second one is easy. Actually, the first one. So you have to think that somebody is watching you. All the time you have to remember that somebody is watching you. Somebody is watching you. That is called as pajanati. So he uses a word called pajanati. The meaning of pajanati is janati is to know. Pajanati means extensively know. And what is extensively knowing is that somebody is watching you. Somebody is watching me. When I am talking, somebody is observing me. Is it talking correctly or is not talking correctly? When I have removed all my clothes, he is watching me. When I have worn the clothes, again he is watching me. That will develop another state called as sampajanakari hoti. That is sampajanya. Consists of three things. One is Vedana, then Vitakka, Sanya. These three things added together becomes Sampajanya. So in Mahasatipattana Sutta, Buddha uses two things you need to have. One is Pajanati, another one is Sampajanakari hoti. So he says Sampajanya. And this also Goenkaji uses it sometimes, saying that Sampajanya. So he starts with that. So Sampajanya means the awareness that there is a Vedana which is coming, and Vedana is translating itself into the Vitakka, which is debating inside my mind, and then it is getting into Sanya, that what is this. So let's not go at present to that. Let's only talk about Pajanati. Pa plus Janati. Janati is to know. Pa is to with Prajna or Panya. Extensively know it. You should know everything what is happening in that. So for that, two approaches. One, like the light. Two, somebody watching you. Somebody watching you will work. How much time does it take for you? Okay. If you do it correctly, it will take you a day or two to see that you will feel a different way in your heart. Okay, this is the practice. If it works out well, then you are in awareness, or call it as awareness, call it as what is that? Another one. I forgot that. Remembrance is the right word for the sati. So if we were to take that sati,
you mean to say recollection or something?
No, it is not recollection.
Smriti.
Smriti is remembrance, but you use another word for that, which Bhikkhu Bodhi also uses. And I told once when I was talking about it, and then I totally forgot. Got it. Mindfulness. Mindfulness and awareness. These are the two words which is used. If you want to say mindfulness, this is what mindfulness is. That as though somebody is watching you, is becoming mindful. Mindfulness, Buddha's way of looking at it, is yoniso manasikara. That is being mindful, not sati. But anyway, in English they use this word called as mindfulness. So if you are using yoniso manasikara, that is able to mindfully see what should be done and what should not be done, that becomes yoniso manasikara. That also leads you to this experience. What experience? That your heart will expand so nicely, makes the whole body light. If you are walking also, you are happy. If you are sitting also, you are happy.
ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾನೆ
ಚೂರು. So you will get that a very nice calming experience while sitting, while standing, while eating, while talking. All that what he talks in Sotapanna Sutta, Iriya Pabbam, and the next one, Sampajana Pabbam, both of them you will experience with Anapanasati. Prerequisite about Anapanasati, so satova asasati, so satova pasasati, is that you should have sati. Without sati it will not work. So the sati practice is remembrance. You have to remember that somebody is either watching you or you are the light. There are only two things.
Vilas, sir, can you just explain a little bit on the yoniso manasikara?
Yoni is the womb, and manasikara is you go to the root of the whole thing. It's called yoniso manasikara. Okay, so manas. What is manas? So let's take that and explain to you. Manas involves action which created by the feeling. So first you feel something, just like if I use Hindi word lagta hai, that is what the feeling is all about. And you have sanya, which is perception. Based upon that feeling, you will identify and say this is so and so. So when I see this person sitting here, which is 4 element, my feeling is not 4 element. My feeling is this is a man, and the other 2 people are females. So this is a man and those 2 people are women. Ayoniso manasikara is that I take this as man and woman and either start liking them or start disliking them, and that is called as ayoniso manasikara. If I do and in English that word is thought reflection. I don't know why they put that, but that is what most of the English books carry it. So if I were to take it like a thought reflection, which is actually mindfulness, if I put mindfulness there, I will see Kalpana is a name, Preeti is a name, Suyog is a name, Vilas is a name. First thing, it's just a label. Then behind it, Suyog has 32 parts of the body, Vilas has 32 parts of the body, Kalpana has 32 parts of the body, and Preeti has a 32 part of the body, and Murali also has 32 part of the body. And now we take everybody, whomever we know in our lives, they all have 32 parts of the body. So what's the difference between Suyog and Vilas? Nothing. What's the difference between Kalpana and Vilas? Nothing. What's the difference between Preeti and Vilas? Nothing. What is the difference between Murali and Vilas? Nothing. What is the difference between Vilas and anything? Nothing. That is called as Yoniso Manasikara. Okay. But Yoniso Manasikara will not make you feel this light kind, or that somebody is watching you. That will not give you. This will give you in Vipassana. That this is called Vipassana. Which one? Yoniso Manasikara is called as Vipassana. That is, you extensively see what really is there. If you call Suyog, can you really find Suyog? No, you will not find Suyog. Why? Because Suyog is a name. What you find is 4 element. I can name 4 element as anything, but I will never find Suyog. Let's make Suyog as my brother. Will I get brother? Suyog himself is not available. Where will I get brother? So this one in Penapindupama Sutta, he talks, Buddha gives an example of mirage. Mirage means I go to a desert and I start searching for water. It seems there, it is there, just run a little bit, I'll get that. But when I go there, there's no water. But when I start running back, I see that water also is running along with me. Similarly, wife, husband, friend, colleague. So that is the reason it is that Sanya is like a mirage. Okay. So what are we supposed to do in Satipatthana or in Anapanasati is to create the Sati. The Sati is to remember. What should I remember? That either I am like that light, everything can appear in that, or somebody is watching my self. There is no self. If somebody is watching me, there is no self. And if the light is watching me, then there is no self also. So both will remove the Sakkaya Ditti. And if I do that, then this whole 16 process is going to beautifully work, because that will take me to Arahat. Straight. This whole thing will help me from Sotapanna to Sakadagami to Anagami to Arahat. And this experience, I wish you all have. You should get it. It's not very difficult. So you have to consistently remember that just like the light is shining everywhere, you, whatever you want to call that as, don't worry about whether I am consciousness or this or that. Don't put any stories. At Anagami, you will get clarity on what is that I you are searching for. Till that time, don't worry. Okay. Don't question yourself, who am I? Because you are only 5 aggregates. Don't worry about anything else. Because Nibbana is the only reality, there is nothing else. So you just leave it. What do you get? You get to see Nibbana in this light, as light. Or when you see yourself being watched, again you get Nibbana. Because then there is no effort. All sankharas will go away. And then he starts here with Dhigam va asas santo, Dhigam asas sameti pajanati, Dhigam va pasas santo, Dhigam pasas sameti pajanati, Rasam va asas santo, Rasam asas sameti pajanati, Rasam va passasanto rasam passa. Sorry, rasam passa sameti pajanati. So this much you will find. What you will find, I'll tell you. If I make myself as watching, all thoughts ceases to exist. First thing. Now you close your eyes and see, there are no thoughts. Murali, you can also do that. Just close your eyes, relax yourself, and watch your breath. You will not feel the breath also. Just watch it. So now in this, what happens is, you have this kaya. Kaya means collection. So you can still keep your eyes closed, no problem. Enjoy the calmness what you're getting. So in this collection, you will find all the 32 parts of the body, which is water, 12 of them, and 20 of them solid. So Sabbakaya pati samvedi assa sissameti sikkati. Sabbakaya pati samvedi passa sissameti sikkati. He uses the word sikkati. Sikkati means he learns. So now you have to learn by observing, just like that light as a torch, putting from your head. You pour that light every part of the body, and it will start to show to you what is there. So you have hairs, head hairs, kesa, body hairs, loma, then nails, nakha, then teeth, danta, tacho, skin, first 5 parts of the body. Then mamsam, flesh. So if you are pressing any part of the body, you will find this resistance. It will not go and touch anywhere because of the mamsam. Naharu, which is called tendons. So at every place you have tendons, so it stretches. So if you are able to stretch your hand, legs, all of that, it's got tendons and ligaments. Then you have atti, bone. You will not see atti minja, which is the bone marrow, leave it. Then vakkam, kidney. Then hadayam, heart. You can feel the heartbeat. Now you can see the samvedana, that is how the body is vibrating. Just like a car put on an idle without any gear, your body is exactly doing the same thing right now. So your breath initially was deep, now it is so shallow that you can't even feel it. Now with this, your body is calmed down. So it is passam bhayam kaya sankharan asa sisameti sikkati. Passam bhayam kaya sankharan passa sisameti sikkati. Now you see your body has become very light. So you should be feeling a very joy, as though a burden has been removed, or as though you are getting into a pool of water which is so nice. You have not taken bath for a few days and you're now entering into that cool, refreshing water. And that is the feeling you should be getting now. Now you'll experience sukha, which is like standing below a waterfall where your whole body will be drenched and the nice cooling and a massage effect. Your body will disappear now and leaving only the mind. So you should start experiencing sukha. So the next line here is Sukhapati samvedi pasasissameti sikhati. Sukhapati samvedi asasissameti sikhati. Don't imagine the waterfall, you would be really feeling it. If you imagine it, it creates disturbances. Just watch and enjoy the sukha. Now with this we are going to come to the chitta. Chitta has two parts. One is the Vedana and Sanya. At present your Sanya, perception, is Anicca Sanya, not Nicca Sanya. You're observing everything arising and passing away. There's nothing which is not arising and passing away. But you are watching it. This arising and passing away. So the Vedana what you have, or the feeling what you have, is Upekha. Now you're going to watch the mind. And the mind starts disappearing because there wouldn't be any Vedana and Sanya which will give it a Raga effect or a Dvesha effect. So, Chitta Sankhara Pati Samvedi Asasissami iti Sikkati. Chitta Sankhara Pati Samvedi Pasasissami iti Sikkati. Sikkati as in learning it. Learning to watch as though somebody is watching it. So if you have done till now, you will watch that there is nothing which is happening in the chitta. So it finds a peace. So Passam Bhayankaya Sankharan, like that you will have Passam Bhayan Chitta Sankharam Asasissami iti Sikkati. Passam Bhayam Chitta Sankharam Pasasissami iti Sikkati. Now you're going to watch the Chitta Patisamvedi Asasisameti Sikkati. Just like the body, you are able to find how the 32 parts of the body are there. Similarly, you can see in Chitta also that it's just like lights appearing and disappearing, something like that. Now, this one you might not experience immediately, but if your experience is very good, otherwise don't worry about that. With this thing, three things will get established. One is that you will have abhipamodayam. That is, your mind becomes so satisfying that it doesn't require anything. So you will see it in asa and passa. Because there is nothing arising in the breath and nothing departing in the breath, you will so find it so satisfying. And because of that, you have samadha or samadhana. So samadham chittam asasisameti sikkati, samadham chittam pasasisameti sikkati. Now your mind will get released. It's called vimochayam chittam asasisameti sikkati, vimochayam chittam pasasisameti sikkati. Now you will experience anicca, arising and passing away of everything. Your body, mind, everything is arising and passing away, arising and passing away. And because of that, you're having viraga. You're not attached to anything now. And because there is viraga, there is nirodha. And now you are experiencing patinisaggo, detachment completely. So you are relinquished, meaning you don't have any hold on body and mind. And you're just an observer. Just like the light is an observer on the room, you are the observer on the body and mind. And that is what is called as anapanasati. Ayam Vuchatananda anapanasati. Enjoy this state for some good amount of time. So now you can slowly open your eyes and you can enjoy this by doing it on your own. Try to do it on your own later. So how was it?
Yeah, it's very nice, Vilas. Whatever your given instructions, so seems to be good. Yeah.
Thank you. Suyogji. You're on mute, Suyog.
Sir, I feel the vibrations, like you said about the car, example of a car, like you have put a feel the vibrations of the car, instead of like that only, I can feel the vibrations in my body. Yeah, but the thing that you're saying to feel any waterfall, like massage and all those things, I couldn't experience that.
You could experience or you couldn't experience?
Yeah, I couldn't.
You could experience. Okay, very nice. Good.
No, sir, I couldn't experience.
You couldn't experience. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. But what you could experience?
The vibrations in the body.
Okay.
Yeah, I could feel the vibrations in my body. There was
Okay, his internet is gone. So Preeti ji.
Peace, complete peace.
Okay, very nice. I think Kalpana is still in that.
Yes, sir. So it's a very nice experience.
Okay.
So I think it's we talk about that the inside me. So some relief, 2 or 5%, and I feel very calm and peace inside me. Vibration also there, and that first time, no breath, and at all very calm and light weight inside.
Good. Very nice. Yeah, sure. Very nice. So at present, all the 4 of you wouldn't like to speak. It will be feeling like that. You just want to be in that. You don't want to waste your time in speaking. So that is how Anapanasati is. So now that you have done Vipassana Anapanasati and this Anapanasati, you would be finding difference. This one you can do it at any time, meaning while you're walking, while you're talking, while you're listening to something, or while you're sitting down, lying down. Anytime you can be in this. Yeah, there is no restriction that you should be eyes closed and doing it. You can be doing it, especially when you're wanting to sleep. You can go into this. It will give you a complete breath silence, meaning there is no breath also. It will give you that silence. So when you get that silence, what happens here is that if you were to sleep for 6 hours, you will sleep only for 3 hours, because then you are totally fresh. Your body and mind is completely fresh. So this is Anapanasati. Yeah, so you are going and coming and going and coming. So you have become anicca.
Sir, sometimes it is asked to focus here.
See, that is when you do the Mahasati Patthana Sutta, especially, in that, to get that awareness, he says that aranya gatova, rukka moola gatova, shunyagara gatova, iti pati sankichati, then pallankan abhujitva, ujum kaya panidhaya. So then you will upattapitva. That means what is understood is that you are supposed to concentrate here. That is correct. But actually you should concentrate as though somebody is watching you. Then you will have that effect. If you are just watching here, you will get a sensation on these nostrils. Just like what Goenkaji teaches, you will get vibrations here and you will get vibrations here on your lips, front lips, and here. That is good. That is good when your mind is completely agitated, meaning it is not able to sit. Now you want to sit and meditate, and now you do whatever, it is not able to concentrate. Let's say I went on a run, or I had somebody coming at my home, and then there is a lot of disturbance, phone call, then my children asking me something, and then I'm supposed to do, my husband or wife is asking me something, then I finish all of that, now I sit. Now I want to get into dhyana. That is not going to happen. At that time, what Goenka teaches is best. Okay, that is the best one. You cannot do this at that time. Your mind will not agree to do that. This anapanasati, what is indicated by Buddha, is not possible at that point in time. So this anapanasati, what is taught in Vipassana class, is the perfect one. It's a very good one. So what we need to do is, we need to first bring that calmness. So for that, you need to watch below the nostrils and how the breath is going in and coming out. Just like a policeman, you sit here and you see breath going in, going out, going in, going out, and watch what is coming. Is heat is coming, or some moisture is coming, and something is coming, and that will calm down the mind.
I think this is the first stage of anapanasati, the breath washing, and after that the kayanupasati, means kayanusasati. So we do that.
Yes, correct. On
Second one.
day, second day,
Yeah.
second day,
Yeah.
second, third, fourth, 3 days.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. I also know Vipassana. So what I did initially, when I started on this journey, I wanted to become what I can say, a disciple of Goenkaji. I was so impressed by it that I felt that perfect. There is nothing that needs to be done. So I wanted to join for Vipassana classes. Then what I did, I downloaded the videos. And before I went to the class, I wanted to try it out. Because I was also at that time reading Sutta, but not to this level. So then I started looking at what is this Anapanasati, because there is Anapanasati Sutta also is there. So I wanted to verify both of them. For calming down, this was working. But when I wanted to do something very deep, it was not working. So then I thought there should be something. Either I have misunderstood it. So I listened to Goenkaji again and again and again and again. I think I have watched his videos some days continuously. Continuously means this is one over, that first day is over, again I'll play the first day, again I play the first day, again I play the first day, again I play the first day, and then again I play the second day on the second day, and like that, and third day, fourth day, fifth day. And I found some videos where some people had put about what is done in each days and how this kaya gets developed and all that. So then it started working, and there was calmness. But what I was looking was not calmness. I was looking at exactly the 16 steps what Buddha explains, and that I was not getting. Then what I did, I started doing it on my own, making Buddha as the observer.
Sadhu, 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 sir.
Is Buddha is watching me. So just like you remember, there is this Mahabharata, there is this Ekalavya and Dronacharya, right? So Ekalavya has not seen Dronacharya at all. And Dronacharya doesn't accept him to be his disciple or his student. So what he does is that he will mentally prepare Dronacharya. And he will take bow and arrow and he will exactly do what Dronacharya would have taught him. So I thought in that way that I have Buddha with me. He has given me the suttas. He will teach me what is correct and what is not correct. So I will go down. I will bow down to Buddha and I say that you are my teacher. Whatever you teach me, you teach me. Okay. And suddenly it started. So I was able to understand the sutta. I was able to understand what I should be doing, how I should be doing. It is like Buddha sitting and telling me, look, Vilas, you are doing wrong. This is not the way. Okay, then I understood what I should know about Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. Then I understood why these precepts are required. Then each one became clear to me. Then the Anapanasati started working correctly. Once Anapanasati started to work correctly, then I started reading Mahasatipatthana Sutta. It was a wonderful experience because now I know what is Kaya. Okay, what is a collection, what it collects, how it collects, and why he said it as a collection. Because if you look at the Mahasatipatthana Sutta, he talks about Ajjatta Bahidda. There is, if you are a meditator, what is Bahidda? There is nobody there. If you are in Shunyagara or you are in a forest, like in the Aranyagatova, where who is there for you to see? Ajjatta Bahidda, Kaye Kayanu Passi Viharati. How will you see? So I was wondering, how can Buddha do like that? Saying that Ajjatta I can understand. If nobody is sitting in the front of me, where is Bahidda? Then it stuck to me. What is Bahidda? What is Ajjatta? It is not this body, it's a collection of everything. So Bahidda is now what I understood, experienced is heat. Ajjatta Bahidda is there. Cold. Ajjatta Bahidda is there. Then Pathavi Dhatu, Ajjatta Bahidda is there. Apo Dhatu, Ajjatta Bahidda is there. All this is called as collection Kaya. So what does Kaya include? Kaya includes Pathavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayu.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now if I touch my hand, what am I touching? Heat, cold, hard, soft. That's all. If I touch this, same thing. Heat, now it is cold, hard, soft. So what's the difference between this and this Kaya? Both are Kaya. This Kaya is called as book and this Kaya is called as body, as human body. This doesn't have life. There is no consciousness in this. But this has consciousness.
Yes.
Then I understood one information what Buddha gives as Vinyanam Anidassanam Anantam Sabbatopabam Yatta Patavi cha Apo na Tejo na Vayo na Gadati Yatta Digam cha Rasancha Anunathulam Shubhashubham Yatta Namancha Rupancha Asesam Uparujjati Vinyanassa Nirodena Yettesam Uparujjati. This was very clear to me. Meaning what it means, I'll tell you. Vinyanam Anidasanam Anantam Sabbato Pabam. Vinyana is the consciousness. Anidasanam, undirected. Right now, this Vinyana is directed. Directed by what? Directed by the mind. To lift this hand, consciousness is required. If there is no consciousness, even mind says lift it, what it will lift? Nothing can be lifted. And that we call it as a paralysis attack. because you cannot lift. The mind says lift. What it will lift? Nothing it can lift. There's no consciousness. So if I
Vijnana is absent there.
pardon,
Vijnana is absent there.
Vijnana is not there. That Vijnana
Yeah.
is not there. This Vijnana, that is sixth sense Vijnana, is there. That Vijnana is saying lift it. What it will lift? It cannot lift anything. This one is undirected. It is doing in everybody. Hand raising, everybody can raise a hand as long as Vijnana is there. So Vijnanam anidassanam anantam. Anantam means endless. Sabbatopabam. It is spread out everywhere like light. Yatta patavi cha apo cha tejo cha vayu na gadati. That is, if I is gone, this Vijnana will not arise again. Which Vijnana? The conditioned Vijnana will not arise again. It will not arise because of eye and sight and ear and sound and all that. It will not arise. So, yatta patavi. Patavi is solidity. I am attached to this solid. That I is attached to solid. That I is attached to liquid. That I is attached to heat. That I is attached to movement, which is vayu. Na gadati. That means it is not attached. Yatta dhigamsa rasancha anunathulam shubha ashubham. That is, dhiga tall, rasa short, anu atomic, thulam fat, shubha very nice, ashubham very bad. These are parallels. These are poles. You either say, see, if you say I am tall, is consciousness tall? No. The body is tall or short. But I'm saying I am tall or I am short. I am bald. How can you be bald? Hairs are not there, but you are not bald. You are just saying something. So, yatta dhigansa rasancha anunathulam shubha shubham yatta namancha rupancha asesam uparujjati. It is when the name and form is completely removed, without trace. Vijnanassa nirodhena, the sixth sense door consciousness will go away. Ethesam uparujjati. Now you are in Nibbana forever. And once I understood that, it was such a breathtaking experience, because I understood completely what is Vipassana. I understood what is for myself is called as this Anapanasati. And I felt so happy about Buddha, because he is the teacher which I saw. I didn't see anybody else as a teacher. So I stopped watching videos. I stopped reading books. I stopped everything because there was no need. When Buddha is there teaching me, whom else I will go and ask? So it was such a great experience, because then I understood how you will become a Sotapanna. Then I understood how you become a Sakadagami, how you become an Anagami, how you become an Arahat, how is dependent origination, that is Paticcasamutpada. And all concepts, Dhamma concept became very clear. And Buddha, it was like Buddha telling me, I will teach you, you listen. So, Evam me sutam, and my Pali, I knew it, but it was so good because it started automatically coming to me. So I could read the sutta. I was able to read the sutta and able to understand, oh, okay, this is what he's saying. So let me do it like that. So it was a very good experience. Basically.
This is called the ball, Dhamma's ball.
Yes, Dhamma's ball. So then I understood why he says you will experience, because he says yo dhammam passati, somam passati, yo paticcasamutpadam passati, so dhammam passati. And he uses Dhamma in two places. One Dhamma as the teaching and one as the phenomenon which appears like this 12 link which is the Patisamutpada. So when I understood Dhamma, Anicca, Dukkha, Anatta, dependent origination, and the Four Noble Truths and all that, I said to Buddha, thank you so much. In fact, that made me to go to Sri Lanka. That was the first thing I wanted to do, is that go and meet some Thero and explain to them that what I have experienced. I was so filled with joy that I need to go and share to someone, because I didn't know whom to share. And in India, getting and going anywhere and explaining wouldn't have made any sense. So I thought, let me go to Sri Lanka. Okay. So, and that one Thero who saw me, he said that, look, from your way you are explaining to me, you are no less than a Sotapanna even in your previous birth. Forget this birth. I felt very happy. Okay, at least somebody is there to listen to me. That what I am saying, he is able to understand, because there is near. So I told him, 200 kilometers south I don't find, 200 kilometers north I don't find, 200 kilometers east, 200 kilometers west, I am not finding anyone to whom I can talk this Dhamma. So I have come here all the way from India to Sri Lanka for you to tell me whether I have understood it correctly. So that I was doing meditation during the Poya day. That day was Poya day. That is the full moon day. So that Thero, he felt something about me. I had not spoken to him till then. So he felt something about me, and he said there was this chhatri. So that is umbrella, to be held for the monk. So he ordered my friend, saying that, look, this foreigner who is sitting there, I want him to carry that chhatri, umbrella.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, I don't want any one of you to carry it. He will come, he will take the Thero, and he will take them to the hall, take him to the hall, and he will make him comfortable, and he will then start the desana. That is, that Thero will start the desana, but you have to ensure that this foreigner who is sitting and meditating should do that. So they waited until I finished my meditation. I was wondering why they are all looking at me. Then he said, no, that Thero is calling you, so you have to go there. So then I and my friend, and then we sat, and he said that, look, I am giving you an assignment. There is this Thero. You have to take him to that meditation hall, and you have to hold the umbrella while going and while coming. Will you do it? I said, no problem, I'll do it. And all of these people, like my friend and his parents and so many people were there, they're all saying that, what kind of person we have got here. This taking that umbrella is such a prestigious thing in Sri Lanka. Okay, and we have to fight that you give me one opportunity, I want to hold it. This foreigner, we don't know who he is. And this Thero is saying that, look, you have to do it. And it was I was almost in my tears, that when they explained to me that you are so great, because we have never got this opportunity. In all of these years, only few people have got opportunity, and then you are asked to carry this. Then my friend was saying to me that, look, Vilas, that is what it proves, that you are a Jati Sotapanna. So you don't have to go and ask any other Thero whether you are a Jati Sotapanna or you are not a Jati Sotapanna. I am telling you from what Thero is saying, that you are a Jati Sotapanna. So you don't have to worry that whether you are not or you are. Okay. So I felt, okay, fine. So then after finishing, then they said that, look, we finished our lunch. Then they said, look, do you want to discuss Dhamma with us? So we started around 2:30. We ended at around 6 o'clock. 4 hours almost. I am explaining to my friend in English, and he translates that into Sinhala, and then he answers to my friend in Sinhala, and he explains to me in English. Then I clarify to him how this works, how Rupa works, how Vedana, how Sanya, how Sankhara, how Vijnana works, what comes first, what will you experience, all that. And then that Thero at the end of it, he said that it's very difficult to win an argument with him, but what he's saying is correct.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
I have not experienced what he has experienced, so I have to accept that what he has experienced is correct. So at 5:30 or 6 o'clock almost, he said, my friend said that, will you stop or we'll not be able to go home? Because his parents went away, only myself, my friend and this Thero and another his disciple. So we had a very good time in Sri Lanka, and that was the reason why I went it. And also there was one organization called Dharma Obai, and that person who used to speak is very good. So I went to meet him because he clarified certain doubt I had, and it clicked in me. This is what it is. So then I wanted to thank him because he was the person who opened the Dhamma eye in me. Because I am from India, there's nobody to teach. So his words clarified one or two things I was struggling, how this works. And he explained. And then I got it. Okay, now I understand. All the blocks are gone. So I went and thanked him, saying that without you, I wouldn't have been learning this Dhamma. Okay, so I feel very happy that so many people have helped. And then after that, another Thero met me and he said that, why don't you do English Desana? Because you know so much of Dhamma. And Sri Lankans staying abroad, they don't understand Sinhala. So I want you to be the voice for those Sri Lankans who are outside Sri Lanka. So I used to give Desana in Australia and in UK, then Europe. Basically London, Austria and all that. So that went for some time. So this is what I am.
This is the journey of yours, sir.
This is my journey of Dhamma. So
Yes, sir.
I can't say I have learned it myself because of the Buddha who taught me. So just like I remembered that when that Ekalavya in that Dronacharya, where is that story, he could do it. Why can't I do it with devotion? If I put the same devotion to Buddha, I should be able to get it. And it worked. So I was able to understand Dhamma to the purest. In fact, there is a site called as puredhamma.net, and I had met that founder also. He is a very nice person, meaning not physically, but we started discussing, and then he wanted me to write blogs and all that. It's a very nice site, but some things are not that okay, but fairly better than any other website. But then I thought one needs to develop oneself. Reading something is good, but if you only keep reading, it's not going to help. You have to practice rather than just reading or listening. So then I stopped that. Now that I have experience, let me go and experience it myself. Let me understand the sutta myself. Why should I become an obstacle? So then it started.
Sadhu, sir. Very nice.
Okay, it's already 8:12.
Yes, sir.
Okay then.
It's a nice journey, Prahlad sir.
No
It's a
problem.
very nice journey. Yeah.
Yeah. Very. I always feel, and while in Ladakh 3 years ago, so there is this. I think this we will do it on 24th. There is this Metta Sutta. It's called Karaniya Metta Sutta. If it really works for you, for all of you, I only hope it works. You can establish 4 Brahma Vihara then and there. And what Buddha says is 100% true. And especially, I think I told you last time also that Mata Yata Niyam Puttam Ayusam Eka Puttam Anurakhi Evam Api Sabba Bhutesu. That when you finish it, you will start crying because you will see every being is suffering in the samsara. There's not even one being who is not suffering. So you will feel so overwhelmed with this pain that everybody is suffering, and then you want everybody to be happy. Then you do mana sambhavaye aparimana. That means you will do something where you will give up yourself to everyone. And then you're going to do up, down, side, meaning you're going to share it with everyone. Once you do that, if you just sit, you can really see metta coming up, karuna coming up, upekka, then mudita coming up, and upekka coming up, all the four coming up.
Brahma Vyas.
Then you created Brahma Vihara.
Yes, sir.
Brahmam edam viharam idam ahuhu. So once you are in Brahma realm of existence, you don't require anything. Even if you were to die at that moment, you are so certain that you will be born as an Brahma in that realm as a Shuddhavasa.
Yes, sir.
And you can experience Shuddhavasa. Not that it is you will imagine. No imagination. You will experience Shuddhavasa. Once you are in Shuddhavasa, you can go anytime to Shuddhavasa. While here, right now, you can go as many number of times. Then you will see that you are not going to be reborn in any womb of existence. So 3 times you do Karaniya Metta Sutta, you will become from Sotapanna to Sakadagami, Sakadagami to Anagami, Anagami to Arahat. In that 3 times. Finished. You are completed the journey with Metta Sutta.
Thank you, sir.
Sadhu, sir.
So it's a very nice one, which we'll do it on 24th. You will really experience that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sadhu, 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 sir.
Thank you. So we'll meet on tomorrow, same time, 7 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
Tomorrow what we will do is, like I was telling Kalpana, that tomorrow we will do that meditation with Ethan, Santan, Ethan, Panitan till we meet on 24th. So every day 7 to 8 o'clock, let's keep it as a meditation session. Except on Saturday, Sunday, we can take Dhamma discussion. Otherwise, we will Monday to Friday, let us spend on meditation, because that 24th when we do, it helps
Yes, sir.
exactly quickly get into the jhana. So then on 24th, we can do first jhana, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, 8. All 8
Yes,
jhanas.
sir.
4,
Sadhu, 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 sir.
yeah, sure. 4 rupa and 4 arupa. All 8.
Yes, sir.
And we'll try the 9th one.
Yes, sir.
9th one is up to you. 8 ones I can teach you.
Sadhu, 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 sir. Our paramita, sir.
Okay, so it's all,
How much?
No, you are already having a paramita, so don't worry about the paramita, because otherwise you wouldn't be on Buddha Dhamma at all without paramita.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we have, all of us have paramitas. The only thing is that there is some kachada or the dust, so we have to
Hindrance.
yeah. So all the
We will
5
remove it.
hindrance goes away, then you are all fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you so much.
Sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
May you all get Nibbana very soon.
Thank you.
Sadhu, 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 sir.
Thank you.
You are also, sir.
Thank you. Bye. Bye to everyone.
Bye.